friends, in this video I'm going to start class 8 mensuration chapter, for which some basic formulae is required. So here I'm going to explain you the solid figures of which formulae we must know. So here the solid figures are cube, cuboid and the cylinder. These three are the main important solid figures that is there in the syllabus of class 8, where we have to know what is the volume of cube, volume of cuboid and volume of cylinder. So volume of cube is cube of the side. Whatever the edge will be given in the question, we have to just cube that value. That will give us volume of the cube. And volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height. So this is length, this is breadth and this is height. So if these three dimensions are given in the question, we can easily find volume of the cuboid. Next is cylinder. Volume of cylinder is pi r square h. R stands for radius of the circle or radius of the base of the cylinder given to us, and h is height of the cylinder. When these two things are given to us, we can easily find volume of the cylinder. Next is lateral surface area. Lateral surface area means area of the surface other than the top and the bottom. Whenever we say lateral or we say curved for the curved solid figures case, see, curved is used when we are having such solid figure which is having curvaceous surface, like a cone, like cylinder, like sphere. These solid figures are having curved surface, right? But cube and cuboid are having flat surface, so lateral term is used. So lateral means other than only that surface, excluding the top and bottom. So when we exclude the top and the bottom, we are left with only 4 surfaces, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 into square of the side is the lateral surface area of a cube. And lateral surface area of a cuboid is again exclude the top and bottom. We are left with the 4 plane surfaces. So it is only areas of these surfaces is to be calculated. So as it is a rectangle, we know area of rectangle is length into breadth. Then area of this is also a rectangular piece, breadth into height. Then area of this again length into height. And then area of this rectangle. When all these areas of the surfaces are added, we get twice of L plus B into H, which gives lateral surface area of a cuboid. Now lateral curved surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h. Next is total surface area. As we know, there are total 6 surfaces. So 6 into square of the side is the total surface area of a cube, and total surface area of a cuboid is twice of LB plus BH plus LH. It is very easy, cyclic manner, LBH, LB, BH and LH. So this way also it can be remembered. All combinations are written inside the bracket. And total surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r into r plus h. Actually, when we break this, what we are having actually 2 pi r square plus 2 pi rh. In total surface area, we are including the top as well as the bottom. So bottom and top of a cylinder is circle. So area of a circle is pi r square plus pi r square, as we have 2 circles in a solid cylinder. So this gives 2 pi r square plus the curved surface area, and curved surface area already we have written 2 pi rh. So 2 pi rh is to be added, and here we have simply taken out the common things present here. So in compact or in a simplified form, it is 2 pi r into r plus h. Now these are the 3 solid figures on which questions will be there in the chapter, and we also must know 2 more figures, plane figures, trapezium and rhombus, and because formula of which is also required while solving the problems. So here, as we know, in a trapezium we have a pair of parallel sides and non-parallel sides. So area of a trapezium is half of sum of the parallel sides. Let us say this is A and this is B. So we have to add these two into product of the height. Whatever the height of the trapezium is given, that we have to multiply. Next figure is rhombus. Rhombus, as we know, this is diagonal and there are two diagonals in rhombus. Obviously it is a quadrilateral, so it will have two diagonals, so it is half of the product of the two diagonals. Let us say this is length of the diagonal 1 and this is length of the diagonal 2, so it is just the product of the two diagonals multiplied by half. So these are the very important formulas that we have in this chapter, and next videos I will be solving questions based on it. Thank you.